They're preparing for the big event of next weekend, the Hot Air Jubilee. We have Balloon Meister Steve Sitko and Board Treasurer Jackie Austin. Hi guys, welcome.
Hey.
Welcome. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you having us.
Thank you. Big year, 40, can we say 40th anniversary?
It is 40th anniversary.
40th anniversary.
Yes. Yeah,
But
we had a lot of debate over that.
But I think there were 2 years we didn't have it.
Yes. But it is the 40th anniversary of the event, so.
So for the 40th anniversary, you're pulling out all the stops.
We are, yeah. Steve led the charge in getting us the Women's Nationals, so hey, let's
So
not
this
stop
is,
at anything.
it's 2 events rolled into one.
It is 2 events rolled into one. Mm-hmm. Yep. We start this Sunday, actually. We'll start with a practice flight for the U.S. Women's Nationals. And then Monday morning, we'll kick off the Women's Nationals that take us through Friday. And then Friday morning, we kind of have a little bit of an overlap. We have the final flight of the Women's Nationals, but then the first flight of the Hot Air Jubilee, which is just the Welcome Jackson flyover. So we're stringing it out over a whole week, giving us tons of flight windows and giving the community an opportunity to see balloons for almost 10 days straight. So
We've never had a national competition here in Jackson.
we have not ever had a national competition, and it's going to look a little different to the community than what they're probably normally used to seeing, but it's an opportunity for the community to see more balloons, and we're super excited.
How many balloons will be coming in for the Women's Championship?
Yep, so for the Women's Championship, we have 15 of the top female pilots from all over the United States, Washington State, New Mexico, Michigan, anyways, all over. And then we also have the 31 pilots actually, for the Hot Air Jubilee. So there'll be a mix of both. So upwards of 46 throughout the week, but 15 just for the female pilots coming in to compete for the championship.
So we know what the Hot Air Jubilee looks like.
Mm-hmm.
How will this look different to a citizen?
Yeah, so from the citizen standpoint, it looks a lot different because we're not in any one set place. So we'll look at the winds first thing in the morning and determine what part of Jackson County looks best to lay out targets, which we're still looking for. So if you go on our Facebook page, we have a link, and if you have a yard that's at least 200 by 200, free of power lines, trees, buildings, can submit that there on our Facebook page, and I'll take a look at it and hopefully use it as a target throughout the week. But back to looking at the winds, we determine what part of the county would look best for laying out a flight for the day, and go ahead and set out targets at individuals' properties or community parks. And then the female competitors would pick their own launch site, and that way they use the winds that they're seeing to determine how they can get closest to those targets. Some targets are just like the white target you see there on the ground, where they come in with a baggie with a 3-foot streamer and they throw it at the target and closest to the center wins. Other targets are also 3D task or 2D task, where they pick a point on the map that we can't see except for GPS coordinates, and closest flying to those coordinates would get them the best result that they are able to get.
So the competition involves accuracy, landing something on a target, finding something.
So not so much finding anything. We do some time task, which would be like it's called a race to an area, to where we set parameters on how long, let's say, the space is that they need to cover, and how quickly they can cover that ground by pushing a button on their GPS that allows them to say, okay, at this point I started my flight and I need to cover, let's say, 2 kilometers. And so they would find the winds that would allow them to fly 2 kilometers the fastest. And when they clear that next point to get those 2 kilometers, they push that button. So you're going to see balloons all over Jackson County and at all different altitudes.
And will it be like we see during the Hot Air Jubilee at sunrise and dusk?
Yeah, so
before dusk.
Yeah, so for the Women's Nationals, starting Sunday, we have flights Sunday morning through Friday morning, and then we have 2 evening windows of opportunity, which are Monday and Tuesday evening. Wednesday, we're doing something special to highlight Jackson for the female competitors, and then Thursday is an off night for them. So we do have 2 evening opportunities for the females.
Nice. And then that rolls right into the Hot Air Jubilee.
Yeah, which is 40 years old, so everybody knows how that one runs. Yeah, so we actually, Steve said that the Thursday was the off night for the women's, but that's the kickoff for the Jubilee pilots. That's our media flight. I'm sure JTV will be out there. I'm sure Bart's going to get in a balloon this year. We have our media flight on Thursday. Then we start our morning and evening flights Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday morning as well. So there's, and then our night glows on Friday and Saturday at the park.
So we have had it with this year, 40 years. It has changed, evolved
A lot.
over these years. What changes are there this year?
I think we're kind of sticking to the plan we've had for the last couple of years, where we've narrowed the festival down to the hours that are closest to the balloon. So the festival runs from 3 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Come out, there's a few things to do. Kids Kingdom, we're bringing in some inflatables. So you'll have like a big obstacle course you can do, or bounce houses, things like that. Lots of food trucks. I think I've got like 15 food trucks this year coming out. Car show is expanding. They only do one night. This year they're doing a Jeep night and a car show night. So lots going on there. Helicopter rides will be back. New this year, the Night Ops paintball course is bringing out a water blaster or jelly blaster course. I don't know exactly what it is, but kids will be able to fire out these little water pellets at each other. So we'll see how that one goes, but it should be fun. So yeah, lots going on.
I think one of the other cool things that we're doing this year is on the Friday evening, we're kind of doing a public showcase of the female competitors, and that's when their, I'll call it their award ceremony is, so publicly to the community. Usually we're in a conference room, and we're thanking sponsors, and sponsors are getting to thank the pilots for coming in, but this year we're going to do it out on or near the main launch field. After the evening flight has commenced, we'll bring the women out and introduce them to the public, and then present the top 3 with their their awards for their finishes in front of the whole crowd. So I think that's really cool, and it's something different that we haven't done before. So I'm
Nice.
excited for that too.
Yeah.
So
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. We'll just keep our fingers crossed for beautiful weather.
yeah, great weather is ahead of us, and we're gonna have lots of flights. So.
There's a website and social media with all this information. If someone does have a big yard, big property where they can volunteer to be a target, how do they let you know?
Yeah, so if you go onto the Hot Air Jubilee Facebook page, and I believe it's also on our website also, there is a Google link in there that just asks for landowner permission, and they ask for their email address, their physical address, telephone number, how to contact them. And then I take that, and I really can do most of the work from Google Earth to take a look and check the measurements, and then I come out and do a physical look, and then we will send out, try to contact the landowner if it's something that we look like we're going to use one in the mornings. We will contact them. So.
All right, good to see you both. Thank you.
Thank you for having us, Bart. I
You
appreciate it.
bet. From the Hot Air Jubilee, Jackie Austin and Balloon Meister Steve Sitko. We've got